From Victory Studios, just north of the heart of Seattle, Washington, it's Band Talk, starring Conrad Denke. Tonight joins Conrad and his guests, Wimps Posse, featuring the legendary Victory Studios crew. And now, here he is, Conrad Denke.
Welcome to Band Talk. This is the third season of Band Talk, and we are so excited tonight because we have some great bands. Look at these beautiful people on these couches. On this side, we have Posse, and on this side, we have the Wimps. I had to clarify that because I sometimes get confused thinking they are the Wimps, but they're not. They're just Wimps, okay? That's it. All right. Okay, so tonight we're going to get to know these people. Before we do, though, on this show, we're going to see a little bit of video of First Posse.
And a stand, and a nod, and a science stretch. I'm gonna try and get a haircut, a shampoo and a shave, and shut up.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Wasn't that terrific? Aren't they good? They are good. This is one of their latest albums, which was called Soft Opening. I just want to ask them, first of all, soft opening. What's soft opening mean?
So when you start a restaurant and you want to test out what kind of audience or the quality of your cooking staff, you'll hold an opening where you don't really advertise it and you just let people in to sort of test the kitchen.
Okay.
And that's a soft opening. You could also, there are some other soft openings in the world, like somebody's
I hope you're taking notes and you're going to be tested later. Yes, go ahead.
We did a session with the band where we thought of all the different soft openings we could think of, like some phone cases are soft on the inside, like your nose is a soft opening.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like just a lot of soft openings, or quicksand for that matter. And it was supposed to be a parody of a New Yorker cartoon, because we were like, oh, if you do a parody of a cartoon, then it's not funny anymore.
Oh.
And we did that, and I don't think anybody ever was like, oh, it's a New Yorker cartoon, and we used the font and everything.
Lovely. All right, well, let's get to know you guys a little better. Sasha, first. Tell me your background. How did you get into this crazy? How did you get started? Well, I mean, I read about you, and you're pretty cool. You're highly educated.
Thank you.
Work for Microsoft. You're a graphic artist.
That's not a cool thing in the city.
That's not cool anymore? Okay.
Yeah,
it's not Amazon.
We kind of try to keep this cool identity in our band.
Oh, okay. And so where would you rather be known to work for?
Like, on the go. Sasha's
Like
on the go.
The post office.
Freelance.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Contract. She's her own boss, kind of thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But
right.
no, I am at Microsoft, and I've been there for a while, and I do design there. So it's like one of the cooler things to do at Microsoft.
Nice, of course.
I mean, it's not like Amazon or anything, so.
Now, I read somewhere that you are South American, or that you have a South American family.
Yes.
Tell me, what's that?
So, South America,
South America is a rather large place. I'm trying to get some details.
Part of our continent. So, right, my mother was born in Colombia. My dad was born in Venezuela. I grew up in a very Hispanic household, speaking Spanish and yelling and stuff. So that's how you know you love each other, because you yell.
Exactly.
And it's a big part of who I am, and I still have a lot of family down there. So my dad was here earlier. The rest of the family would have been here if it weren't too late of a gig, or they were in town. So
very supportive family, though. Yeah.
Very. Couldn't have asked for a better family.
Wow,
yeah.
that's neat. Okay.
Sasha talks to her grandma on the phone for hours and hours.
Isn't that nice?
It's not hours.
In Spanish?
But at least 20 minutes.
Okay.
No longer.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. We'll find out later. True. Okay, Paul, where do you come from?
Oh, thanks for asking, Conrad. I'm from Seattle, a Seattle native.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you have a Seattle accent. Nice.
Yeah, I've got the Seattle accent. I like talk slow, but not as slow as other states. So it's sort of on the slow side of normal speed talking. That would be the Seattle accent.
Paul writes all the lyrics, and I want you to know that they are very interesting.
I don't write all the lyrics.
Oh, not all the lyrics.
Just most of them.
Just the good ones.
All the good ones. Okay. Well, Paul, I read somewhere that on "Shut Up" that your mom got kind of upset about that. What did she say?
Well, she told me she raised me better than to tell people to shut up. And I was like, Mom, I'm playing a character who tells people to shut up all the time in that song.
Yeah, that's
So,
me.
John, they said you wouldn't be saying much, but you've said quite a bit already. So
Yeah, well, they try to shut me up.
Oh.
They try to like come in and they're like, no, please just stop talking.
is that the same at practice too? Is it? Hey.
I usually just let them bicker at each other until they finish
okay.
their little tirade, and then we continue to.
And then you bring wisdom into the equation.
Or just start playing the drums.
Oh, just beat on something. You have a fascinating career working with autistic kids, which is just I just can't even imagine that. That's extraordinary. Somebody's
great.
applauding out there, but yeah. So how did that happen? How did you get interested in doing that?
Well, it was by accident, actually. I was working various jobs throughout the years, and I had lost a job, and a friend of a friend invited me to go to a summer camp that was involving adults with developmental disabilities, and I just had a really positive experience there, and someone at the camp kind of offered me to come interview at their company, and I've been doing it now for a couple of years now.
Wow.
2 years.
That's great. What a great thing to help those kids, because they
Yeah,
have a challenge.
it's really been awesome. I've enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, very cool. I have to say, after hearing your concert tonight, I just felt good. You know what? I just felt great. And it's hard to describe exactly, but how would you describe your music? If somebody had never heard you and you were going to describe it, what would you tell them?
We did have like a thing that we would say before,
Yeah.
which was, what was it, 27 years of disappointment and delay pedals.
Well, people said, how do you write the music that you do? And then we were like, 27 years of disappointment and delay pedals.
So see, yeah, there you go.
So just so I can share with you what other people have said, they say laid back, chill rock, dreamy groove, etc. So that, I mean,
I like the et cetera.
you like that? The et cetera part was good?
Oh, my favorite, Grantland, which I think doesn't exist anymore, said we were cool guy bachelor pad music.
So explain to me, where do you get the ideas for these songs?
It really is kind of like a mix. Sometimes it'll be just like a random chord progression that I'll be like, Paul, what do you think of this? And he'll be like, play it slower. And then we'll layer it on top of that. Sometimes it'll be more of like a game where we are like, what if we try to do something like this? You know, and we just, kind of challenge ourselves. Sometimes it's John just starts playing a beat and we're in a practice space and I just kind of play to him. It's, I think overall, like the content though, I think definitely like lyrics wise, we have Paul to thank for that because he is really good with his words and well, when it comes to songwriting in other ways, he's not at all. But
no understanding of melody.
Yeah, but it just kind of capturing like a lot of what we're experiencing, in our day to day. I think that's why we have this like deep admiration, respect, and kind of like friendship with Wimps because it's similar kind of content, although we approach it in different ways.
Different ways, yeah.
They definitely keep me young, so.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get to know them a lot more, so we're going to come back in just a few minutes. When we come back, we're going to take a look at one of the songs that Wimps performed tonight.
There's a stranger on the couch. Don't know when he's moving out. I live in a dump. I live in a dump. I live in a dump.
All right, everybody. Hey. Well, it was great. It was great talking to Posse, and now we're going to talk to Wimps. And right in front of me here is their latest album. So we're thrilled to have you guys with us. We are excited. I love your music. I was very impressed. I mean, punk, I never thought I would like punk music, but I do. I really do, and you guys have definitely converted me. So, you know, Rachel, first of all, this is Rachel Ratner. She is vocalist and incredible guitar player. Rachel, tell me, what about punk attracted you to make you want to do this all the time?
I don't know. I think I grew up listening to it as a teenager. I felt like pretty isolated and weird as a kid, and I really like.
Were you born a punk?
Out of the womb, I had like a little mohawk. I don't know. I've always related to it as a kid. I felt like all the bands I could relate to more than a lot of popular music, so I just grew up being into it. And then never really thought about being an actual musician. I've always had like regular jobs, but then I started playing music when I was like kind of late, like 25, and that's just kind of the kind of music that I always ended up playing. So I think it's just what I listen to and what I like. I like the kind of attitude of it and the irreverence of it, and it's fun to listen to and fun to play. So.
Yeah, people have described your band as punk attitude. I mean, the real thing, the raw punk attitude.
I guess so. Yeah, I think sometimes when people think punk, they might have a different mental image of like a tough, piercings and leather, and we're just like regular people that like
normal people
like loud music. I guess I don't know.
Oh, that's cool. Matt, who writes the music? Who writes the lyrics mostly, or how does it happen?
It's mostly Rachel. Sometimes Rachel brings songs into practice, and they're pretty fully formed. And she'll have like an idea what she wants to write them about. Sometimes she'll be missing a part, and Dave and I will, like all together, we'll jam out another part.
Okay.
So a lot of songs like that. Some are fully formed, but like.
And you've written a couple too.
Yeah, a lot of them are ideas, and then we finish them out in practice. But it's mostly Rachel's starts it, and then we all finish it.
He's like the finisher. I'm like, here's this turd, and then he polishes it until it's beautiful.
You speak to a lot of young people who are polishing all kinds of things. But anyway, I especially liked Dump. I live in a dump. I mean, I think that I know a lot of people like that. And, seeing the pizza cartons and all the other things. So what was the inspiration for that?
I mean, I think all of us have lived in various degrees of squalor as younger people. It's like it's fun to live in a big city, but rents are expensive. So a lot of times, a bunch of people live in a house, and it's a fun experience, and it's you're with your friends, and you're able to play music in your house. But sometimes it's gross, or lights aren't working, or there's rat problems, or things like that. But it's not like I'm pro that because it was like what enabled us to be who we are, and now that. Those dumps are going away, and you can't even afford to find dumps anymore. So
here's some of the words from Dump. I haven't cleaned my room for weeks. Pizza crumbs are on the sheets. There's a stranger on the couch. I don't know when he's moving out. I live in a dump. 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 Nice, very nice. So, Dave.
Hi.
So why punk music for you? You were in a band before, The Intelligence, which was
just for a little while.
For a little while, yeah. Okay.
Everybody else, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people kind of moved in and out of that band, I guess. But punk must be in your blood, huh? So what is it?
I don't know. I mean, I grew up listening to. I think I and Rachel had some similar like isolated childhood, and I kind of really related to bands like The Who were kind of like smashing stuff, and then that just really had a huge impact on the music I kind of want to listen to, and that The Who kind of turned into punk like pretty quickly. With Nirvana and everything like that. Yeah.
So, but you guys don't smash anything, or at least you didn't tonight.
I don't think I never smashed
Not on
anything.
purpose.
Yeah, it's too
Clumsy sometimes.
Yeah,
When we play Posse and trivia, we smash them.
That has been rumored. Yeah.
I'm afraid it's true.
And we're very anxious to find that out, to see if that is true. Yeah. How come everybody's wearing Shrimps T-shirts tonight? What's going on here?
This is so embarrassing. We all showed up wearing the same shirt.
So what's the
It's
story?
weird because these are the only 6 shrimp shirts in the world, and we all wore them on the same day.
So
Who would
weird.
have thought?
Posse made these shirts for us.
How
And it's
awesome
a
they
riff on. We have a hot dog on a skateboard that's
That's their Wimps.
yeah, but he's a
logo.
hot dog. But this one's a shrimp.
Because we were saying that we were shrimps on the show tonight. I think that was probably your idea too, because they're funnier and smarter and more creative than we are. And
But they're lousy at apparently trivia.
mainly just Dave's really good at trivia. We've got a ringer on our team. But yeah, so they came up with the idea, and then they bested it by making this amazing shirt, which I totally want to wear all the time. It's like a little shrimp on a skateboard. It's in our font and everything.
That's great, yeah.
And they gave them to us, so they're also very generous.
Yeah. So the real explanation is we didn't want to compete with the fact that they're releasing this amazing album tomorrow. Who is this guy up here? What's going on in here?
That's Lizzie the Terrible Doll.
Lizzie the Terrible Doll.
Yeah, she's our band mascot.
Oh,
Just showed up in his house one day,
She was
terrifying everybody.
She was at my house, and for a while we would hide her around corners to scare the roommates.
Oh, okay.
And always would scare her. And then at my house, a guy came to spray for spiders, and he came upstairs, and he was like, that doll downstairs scared the shit out of me. And I like laughed, and then he was like,
Here's
no,
another
I'm
picture.
not kidding around. He was legitimately angry at me. So we bring her to shows and stuff. She has a little Wimp shirt and stuff.
One of his old roommates just found it at like Value Village or something, and it's been so terrifying that we just carry it around with us.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so you need to get a copy of this because this is going to be a real collector's item for many reasons. So, okay. So we're going to be right back, and then we're going to let Wimps and Posse ask questions of each other. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Band Talk. Hey, we have a cool, these two bands are extraordinary because they're kind of a mirror image of each other. They actually have careers that are similar. Their music is very different, but yeah, like if they were to look in a mirror, they might see each other, kind of flipped a little bit, that kind of thing. But anyway, so we want to find out what they want to know about each other. So who would like to start? Who wants to ask a question? We need one microphone over here more. There we go. And if you'll just share those, that'd be great. So, you want to start, Rachel?
For you guys.
Okay.
If you were a character in The Simpsons, what character would you be, each of you?
Okay.
I know this isn't the right answer, but I like Simpsons, but I'm like more of a home movies fan. So I'd be like Coach McGurk or something. Who booed? I will get you. I know, but I changed it to suit my needs, my
That's
wants.
okay. Yes.
It's about me.
And that's what we care. This is about me.
I always felt like I had a lot of similar traits to Rainier Wolfcastle from The Simpsons.
All right, and yeah?
I don't know. I would say Homer because I like donuts, but that's like as good as I can do.
That's very good.
What about you guys?
Yeah, what about you guys?
I'm embarrassed to say it, but I'm kind of, I was Lisa, and now I think I'm turning into Marge.
That is scary.
agree.
That's scary, very
true.
scary. Okay, how about you guys?
I don't know who I am.
You don't know who you are? You
No.
lost soul.
I'm the dog. I'm the dog.
What is that? Santa's little
Too many
helper?
free beers for Reed.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe Millhouse. I don't know.
Millhouse.
I can
That's
totally
nice.
see that.
Little Millhouse.
That's nice.
Because he's
You
so
could-
adorable, you just want to hug him.
Aw.
And I just
Yeah.
always want to
Oh,
hug
that's
you.
nice.
Who's your favorite member of Wimps?
Who's your favorite?
It's funny you bring that up, Rachel. The band, we had a practice where we intended on practicing, but we actually spent the whole practice talking about which was our favorite member.
Yeah?
And, because it's a three-piece, we can have a 2/3 majority and decide. So we actually voted on the favorite member. It was David.
Yay!
Oh,
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you.
Nice. Very nice.
Honored.
David.
I'm honored.
I think you guys are probably a lot like us, though. Like, we hang out not only at practice, but most of the time. Would you say, when you guys hang out, what are some of your favorite non-band activities
That's
to do?
a really, God, you
Yeah.
guys have like really good
They're
questions.
good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a really
Well,
good question.
I'm sorry, Rachel has really good questions. Thanks.
So Sasha and I live I live above Sasha in the same 4-unit apartment building. So it's a little bit like the Beatles in Help, kind of, where the place we hang out the most is actually in our shared space.
Uh-huh.
She'll just like poke her head out the door, or I'll stomp on the ground and scream.
Yeah, it actually terrifies me because he'll just start going like this to the door, my main door, which I'm scared because it's in an old building. It's like 100 years old, so I'm scared it's gonna like collapse. But
This sounds a little like Big Bang Theory, does it? Are you knocking on the
I
door?
can't say that I've seen the show.
Oh, good. Okay.
So
All right. Then you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. It's kind of like Melrose Place.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, we think of it as Melrose Place, but there's no pool.
All right, good. Was
what
that
about
an
you
answer to
guys?
that question?
Kind of. I
I'm not
asked
sure.
what you guys
Like,
do to
I'm
hang out.
guessing-
It sounds like you don't hang out or you bang on each other's walls.
They're afraid to say they play a lot
we're
of video games.
Yeah, we're very lazy when it comes to hanging out. It's like, oh, come downstairs. I'm playing a video game. Just hang out here.
Yeah.
But I feel like you guys are like a little more like on the go, like Columbia City, up and coming neighborhood.
You know.
Is that right?
We like to go to practice and then we'll like get an ice cream or we'll go see a movie.
Wow.
For a while we watched a lot of Beavis and Butthead on the internet.
Nice.
Just, hanging out.
Wow, the life of a rock band.
It's really
Man, it's just incredible.
way more boring than you would imagine.
Yeah. You have this image in your head, what it must be like, and they've disappointed us completely, I'm sorry to say. But that's all right. That's all right, because we're going to break now, and we're going to come back, and we're going to pit them against each other for some trivia. So come on back in just a minute. All right, everybody. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to Band Talk. We are here now. We've moved everybody a little bit because we've got two designated dingers. They thought the designated dingers should be drummers, right? Because they have faster reflexes. So that's why we did this. And it wasn't fair to only have one, so we had to have both. So they are the designated dingers. So here's the thing. Now I'm going to ask a question. They get a point if they get it right. If they don't get it right, it's wrong. Then they get a chance, and if they get it right, they get 2 points. Okay, that's how it's going to work tonight. So here's the first question. Some people have said that Prince looks tall from afar. I've never thought that, but anyway. But he actually isn't probably really tall. How tall is Prince? Could you pick up your record, please? Yes, I think you did get there first.
5'2".
He is 5'2", 1 point. Very good. Okay. All right, that was pretty darn good, I have to say. Okay. Which Michael Jackson's album sold 41 million copies?
Thriller.
That was easy, right? Good job. Okay.
That
All
was
right.
easy.
So I know some of these are easy, some of them are hard. That's okay. All right, hip hop music. Where did it get started? What city did hip hop start in? Yes?
You should know that.
I think it's New York.
New York is right. Okay, very good. Okay.
We're already doing better than we did the last time.
You know
we
what?
got one
Now-
question correct.
I'm good for the night.
You
We're
are now
done.
even. Okay. Which later to be famous solo singer and guitarist toured as a member of the Beach Boys in the mid-'60s?
Ding.
Ding. Who?
The guy with the rhinestones, Glenn Campbell.
Glenn Campbell is right. Very good. Wow.
I was going to say Charles Manson.
He is good. Apparently, he is good. All right. Okay, which guitarist was in the Yardbirds, Cream, and Derek and the Dominoes?
Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton is correct. Very good. I'm sorry, you guys. It's 4-2, so you got to do something here. Okay, all right. You're not gonna get this one. Okay, but let me try it. What was the name of the best-selling British female group of the 1970s?
What?
See, I knew you wouldn't get it. Any chance? Okay, there is a fruit that's yellow and it's long and it's kind of pointed.
bananas?
On both ends. Yes?
You gotta stop doing that.
Sorry.
What's
I
the
was
name of
going to
the
say the
band?
bananas.
Wait, isn't Bananarama a band?
Oh.
That's it. Bananarama.
Did you say 70s?
Unbelievable. What's the name of the guy who had the band called Tijuana Brass? Who's that? Yes?
Herb Alpert.
Herb Alpert is right.
Somebody said that, but I knew it. I knew that one
You knew it
already.
anyway. Okay, sure. All right, it's a tie
Go to your
game.
local Value
It's a
Village. There's
tie
always
game.
a Herb Alpert available.
Okay. All right. Let's try this.
Exactly, yeah.
Which
They're all
great
good.
rock and roller died in a plane crash in 1959 at the age of 22?
Richie Valens.
No. And over to you for
Buddy
2 points.
Holly?
Buddy Holly, 2 points. Oh.
Didn't they all die in the same plane crash?
He was younger.
Oh.
Yeah, you had to be the right one. So 6 points to 4.
Wow.
You are actually ahead. Which British singer had a string of hits, including In the Air Tonight in 1981? And
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins, very good, okay. 5-6. Wow, that's really good. Okay. All right.
Dave is a huge Phil Collins
Okay, now
fan.
this is a very important one, which you probably have no idea, but there was a song called "Leader of the Pack." What was the name of the guy that dies in the song? Leader of the Pack.
Johnny.
Close. Close, but not right.
Tommy.
Tommy is wrong. His name was Jimmy. Okay, so Jimmy. Jimmy, leader of the pack. Remember that song? No. Okay, all right. It was a great one. There was a song called "Rock Around the Clock." Rock Around the Clock. It was Bill Haley and the Comets is right. Very good. Okay.
Oh, do you want to ding?
It is now a tie. Okay.
Do you have like any millennial questions?
Patsy Cline. You know Patsy Cline? No. Okay, Patsy Cline. She did a song that was very famous called "Crazy." Who wrote it? Very famous country singer.
Was it Willie Nelson?
Willie Nelson is right. And the championship goes, congratulations, the winner, Tigger. You get Tigger. The runner-up gets a Pooh Bear. There you go. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Fantastic bands, Posse and Wimps. Thank you for being here tonight. And give them a great applause. Good job, huh? Thanks a lot. Come back next time for Band Talk. All right, good job. Well, I guess you are still the winners. Just barely. You barely did that.